Hi, welcome back to the Los Pollos TV show. Today, the focus is on the two CSTs, which are option for the poor and vulnerable, and rights and responsibilities. Because these concepts appear within Frankenstein, the question is regarding how the plot affects these specific ideas. It has been observed that the story structure highlights these religious ideas throughout the journey of each character. The question goes to Ben.
In Frankenstein, the option for the poor and vulnerable becomes visible when a person really looks at the creature. The creature exists as the most vulnerable character in the entire book because the creature is always abandoned and he always faces rejection from everyone. Many people believe that the creature has nobody in life, and the plot demonstrates that the creature is viewed by people based on its looks rather than its internal soul, like a judging a book by its cover. The creature is pushed away by everyone instead of being cared for, which contradicts the CST. This specific suffering is created because a vulnerable individual was neglected by surrounding society. When rights and responsibilities are considered, Victor Frankenstein builds the creature, but the creator refuses to accept the burden of the creature. A life is granted to a living being by Victor, yet the necessary guidance is not provided by the creator. Experts claim that this specific choice by Victor causes the central struggles in the story.
All right, y'all. Now I want to know what you think about this.
Oh yeah, I really liked how Ben answered the question, but what I believe is the connection between the failure of Victor and the resulting tragedy is something that many people believe is undeniable. Even though Victor held an obligation to protect his creation, the responsibility was avoided by Victor when the scientists fled. Because of his actions, the creature experiences loneliness and develops a great anger within his heart. Society also fails the creature when he would decide to judge the creature without a fair opportunity. It has been observed that these multiple of these levels of neglected duties show that the individual of the social failures are joined together.
Gio?
All right, now the next question for you guys is what does Frankenstein teach concerning human beings and the community that he is raised in? Ben?
I think the book illustrates that humans often make quick judgments and they escape their duties when situations become more difficult. The way people react toward the creature shows that cruelty is directed towards individuals with low income or those who are indifferent. Because power is held by Victor, certain obligations are required from Victor. Experts claim that this possession of power necessitates an awareness of the results of actions. Jello?
Oh yeah, I'm going to bounce off of Ben here. The isolation possesses the ability to transform a person into something else, which is seen through the creature. Even though the creature begins life without violence, the creature adopts violence after the creature was rejected by the public. The option for the poor and vulnerable is highlighted by the change because of the text shows the results of leaving a person without assistance. Many people believe that if people had provided care for the creature, the tragedy would not have been avoided.
All right, now, since we talked about the creature a bit, I want to know how these concepts influence the spiritual and moral life of an individual.
I think the option for the poor and vulnerable teaches people to notice those who are left out, which is a lesson seen in the life of the creature. This teaching pushes a person to act with compassion instead of judgment. Experts claim that every person has dignity even if they seem different or difficult to understand. The rights and responsibilities section is about accountability. Victor's mistake was not just creating the creature, but the responsibility was refused after the creation.
Great answer, Ben. But I believe that the acting of ignoring the responsibility does not make the problem go away, but instead the problems are made worse. These Catholic teachings can shape how someone acts in real life. Instead of ignoring the problems or people, the principle is encouraging, stepping up, or doing something. It has been observed over the time. This practice builds stronger character and a better sense of right and wrong is built.
All right, my final question for the two of you is, how are these Catholic social teachings present in Frankenstein?
I think that the characters in Frankenstein provide the narrative work with more complexity. Responsibility and the way human beings treat others are the focus instead of just the technical knowledge or the scary occurrences. This message is strengthened when those teachings are ignored because the teachings are forgotten. The message becomes more potent, and experts claim that Frankenstein becomes a warning when those ideas are good. Lacking those ideas, Frankenstein would just show events occurring.
Great answer, Ben. I believe that the way of the final events field changes as well. Logical meaning is given to the tragedy because other mistakes can be identified. These mistakes happen when people avoid responsibility and ignore individuals with low protection. Even though Frankenstein is a fiction, the narrative work teaches educational guidance without actual existence. It has been observed that ignoring individuals with low protection leads to these mistakes.
Alright, Frankenstein demonstrates how ignoring responsibility results in negative outcomes. Many people believe that failing to care for individuals with low protection creates these bad results. Severe outcomes are caused for both separate persons and the collective public, which responsibility is forgotten.
Thank you everybody for watching. An episode next week.
Keeping the G ain't nothing. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it. You ain't gotta like it cause the hood don't love it.
Hi, and welcome back to the Los Pollos. I'm done.